Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my first YouTube video and I'm going to be doing it on how to watercolor your 613 hair. Today I'm going to be using Lavender and Platinum from the Adore hair color line, and I'm hoping to achieve a nice rich color. I'm going to be using this Freeze Blast spray as well as this little stain cleanser just in case I make a mess on the table. So first I'm going to start off with hot water. Not just hot water, it's boiling water, and you want to make sure that you are protected because it does splash a lot when you're spraying it, when you're pouring it into the container. So here I am taking it straight out of the package, so I haven't touched it or anything. It comes from a company from AliExpress. I know there's a lot of hate on this kind of hair, and you can decide for yourself, but for me it was okay. It felt it wasn't that soft, but it was soft and it had a slight smell to it. This is the lace. It is transparent, which I don't recommend for dark brown skin girls, and I learned that the hard way. So I'm just going to start off with moving everything aside and flipping it inside out, because this is where the freeze spray is going to come into play. The main reason why I use it is to make sure that the roots don't get dyed as well. And the knots, you don't want that showing, because normally it will dye harder than the actual strands of hair. So I'm just going to spray it everywhere where the lace is at, because that's where it's going to be showing. And I don't want to spray too much because I don't want it to soak through and get on the actual strands of hair and cause it not to dye properly. So you just want to spray enough so that you feel the roots are a little wet. And also the back, in case you have the lace in the back and want to install it. So now I'm back with the hair dryer, and I'm just gonna blow dry every single part that I sprayed. And I do want to let you guys know that you don't have to do this. You can let it air dry if you have the time, but I don't recommend it. So you're gonna use it on the highest of the highest setting so that it dries really fast. I used it on the highest fan and the highest heat, and I just went over until I made sure that everything was completely dry. After I'm done, I'm going to take the comb and brush it through to make sure that the hair didn't stick together if it did go through. And I didn't show that part because it wasn't that important. But next I am going to start actually using the water and the dye, which is why we came to this video in the first place. So you're just gonna spray everything out of the bottle, make sure everything comes out of there. Try to get as much as you can. That's what I just like to do. So you just keep spraying or pouring it out, and then you get a object or whatever you want. I used a fork and mix it around because you want to make sure that every single spot is dissolved in the water so that there's no clumps of hair dye, because it'll cause your hair to be darker in some parts and lighter in some parts, and in really bad cases it'll just look like splotches. So you just want to make sure that you mix everything around so that you get an even color. So now I'm going to take the hair and dip it in so I can test out the color. You don't want to test it out on a white piece of paper because I see a lot of YouTubers doing that. It's not accurate because the hair is blonde but the paper is white, so you're not going to get an accurate feel on how the hair is coming out. So you just use a tip of the hair to test out the color, which is not going to hurt it because you're actually dyeing it anyway. So that's what you have to do. So I'm adding the other color in and making sure that it's fully mixed in with the first color so that it becomes one color and not little parts of silver and little parts of purple.